video, we're going to be working on the Hellcat swapped Dodge Dakota. So we've been working on the Hellcat swapped Ram for pretty much the last month or so solid, and she's pretty sorted out. But you'll see over there, I've got those door panels. Talk about that in just a second. But what I'm working on right now is we haven't, ever since Aaron painted it, shout out to my boy Aaron, he painted the truck. Looks a million times way better than it did before. So he did a really good job on it. Color matched the mirrors, door handles, all that good stuff. And we still got some stuff to do. So I never put the fender flares back on. He painted those as well. But what I'm doing right now is just removing all the double-sided tape so that I can install new double-sided tape and get those on. The reason why I didn't put them on right away is I kind of wanted to let the paint just cure a little bit more before putting them on, and it wasn't really a rush, but I feel like this thing looks really naked without the fender flares. I've never owned it without the fender flares, but ever since having them off and with the stance that we got here, I feel like the fender flares really kind of make it look a little bit more beefy than without them. So I'm using one of these rubber wheels going along and taking off all double-sided tape. It's not fun, it is what it is, but I'm gonna go ahead, get all that done. That way those will be ready to go back on. And then we are gonna be tackling some door panels, I hope, or at least starting the process. So let me finish up with this and then we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, it's actually the next day. I was just fiddling with some stuff, but I've got the door panel off right here, and I've got our new door panel right here. So this doesn't quite line up, but it's a better start than this one. And as you can see here, this one had like a massive like bubble that was here and even down into here, whereas this one has this kind of lower profile. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because on the other one, I can't really open the glove box because the glove box comes right here as well. So this one, when I designed this one, it should be so that I don't have to open the door to open the glove box. And we'll go ahead and start trimming this. So I can pretty much use this one as the template to get close. So what I'm gonna do is probably just trace from the back onto here. Either way, we're gonna end up like fiberglassing in this section or plastic welding, something of that nature, to get this all to fit. But this big bump has to come out regardless, because you can see there what we had to do. So let's get to cutting and start getting this shaped up. Okay, I just threw it back on real quick so you guys can see. There's where it starts to close, and that's how much the door sticks open. So it doesn't look terrible from in here. So there we go, and then you can see there, so this kind of contours in not too bad. Definitely gonna have to mess with it, but we've got something to work with. This big area here has to definitely be contended with. We'll have to run it into the dash somehow here, so I'll probably have to cut this out and try to incorporate that into there, but at least we got something to work with and start with. Looks like our glove box might clear this little thing. If not, we can alter this slightly, but it's a better start than the other door panel for sure. So I'm gonna close this. I might mark this where we kind of have to start trimming. So I might just take a marker and go like this, and then I can have that as comparison. Either way, these are gonna get painted black, so I can make any marks I want on this side. And we'll match it up to that, and then we'll see where we end up. There's gonna be a lot of this going on, but here's phase one of cut everything out of the door panel. So it closes a little more, but definitely doesn't close. And this is kind of just how I do it. So I close it, and then, because as the door closes, the line kind of moves, right? Because it was out there before, so when I made my mark, it was, a little bit further out. So I kind of just keep trimming just so we don't remove more than necessary. So I'm gonna go ahead, do this again. Right here, keep trimming. That way we don't botch the door panel, but I'll just keep doing that back and forth until we get a lot closer, and I'll show you guys what I got. Okay, so I am busy chopping on this door panel here, boys, but I kind of have to. So part of the thing is, in order to open the glove box, I really have to cut out of this big hump here. So that's what I'm kind of working at. And you can see here, like originally I kind of just cut over here where the dash fits in, but this is where the glove box swings open if I don't throw everything all over the place. And then this is the window switch, which I am going to put here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this existing hole, open it up so that our newer style switch fits in here, because I have a feeling I'm going to end up cutting back over to here somewhere and then kind of flowing this into the panel. So somehow, some way, we're going to have to dip back into like this level and flat out through here. So just trying to accomplish all that, figuring out how we're going to do it and make it look half decent. But in the meanwhile, let's go ahead and pop this here, cut this out, so at least this is done. All right, so I got that new factory switch in there. She looks good. Figure since I'm on a roll with the switches, I might as well tackle the driver side. So plan is here, this is all gonna get painted, by the way, you guys, so don't worry about the color mismatch. This was missing, or actually it had broken clips on the one for the junkyard, so we found another one of those like tan color or whatever this is. But so that I'm gonna cut out so that this switch panel drops into there, and then we will have that as well. So let me pop this out, cut this old junk out, drop this in, and then that'll be done. This one shouldn't be as bad because I don't have to worry about opening a glove box. So this one I can kind of just cut it and get it to shape. But this one's the one where it's being a bugger because I have to like cut way out here just to fit and accommodate for that glove box. But either way, one thing at a time. Let's get this done too. Okay, so we got this one done as well, you guys. So trust me, once everything is black, it'll really blend. It looks a little bit funny right now because we got like 10 different colors going here, but that's the way she'll sit. So I think it should look pretty good. I haven't decided if I'm gonna like mold this plastic piece into the rest of it. We'll see how she goes. One of the kind of interesting things is we'll have to assess it later. Kind of have like this texture on the plastic. So once I start cutting this and then we fill this in, there is a few products on the market where you can like replicate this textured look, or it's kind of like a little stamp and you kind of stamp it around. Probably won't have any time, well, actually no, I won't have any time to do that before Mo Party, but at least be able to make it all black. I haven't decided if I should just eventually try to get the stamp to duplicate it, or if I should just sand all the texture off of it and make them kind of just you know, like a flat black or whatever, just make them a smooth surface and black. Either way, it is what it is for now. We'll just keep working on them, getting them fitted, and go from there. But pretty cool how finally gonna have some official window switches. Looking forward to that for sure, because right now chasing my window switch in the bottom pocket there is not fun. I also think this will look pretty cool. Like later on we can redo this stuff. We'll redo this you know, cloth portion as well, put some nicer materials here. This probably can like you know, wrap it in carbon fiber or do something different. Maybe paint this part silver, kind of like the Hellcat is, like that kind of flat-ish silver. That would be kind of cool. But all sorts of options. Like I said, we'll spice up later. I'll probably get rid of that big stupid red thing because that just looks really 90s to me. But we'll see. Maybe we'll like take this off and we'll print like, you know, locked, unlocked or something there. But I think it's an upgrade from what we had. The other thing too is it's got these little spots for tweeters, so I can actually probably get some better sound in the truck as well later. But lots of options, lots of stuff, and we'll just keep cutting away at this stuff till we get it trimmed in. Okay, it's the next day. Look who showed up. What have you been up to, Aaron? For everybody that hasn't seen you in a million years.
A little bit of everything. 3rd gen Jeep truck.
Jeez.
And
300 for sure.
300.
300 things. Go check out his channel. He's been slaving away on a bunch of different things.
Oh yeah, I got 2 thumbs
with
now.
2 thumbs. And then he came over to give a hand with this stuff because he's the fiberglass master. If you guys haven't seen, he's been making complete custom body kit parts and front bumpers and all kinds of stuff on his 300. So we cut out the panel like I was mentioning to you guys, and then he came over and we just kept cutting and cutting and cutting until we finally clearanced everything. And then we kind of stared at it for a little bit, got a little bit inspiration, and we got inspiration from this panel here. So on the Hellcat one, you can notice the speaker part goes flat, and the reason being because the glove box opens and goes straight down. And then we were trying to figure out how to do this, and we ended up copying this. So this part, how it kind of goes around here, and then it kind of encompasses the switch area, and then this like bulge here that kind of like disappears. We decided to do the same thing on this one. So you can't see it right now, and I can't flip it right now because he's got it all laid out, but that's what's gonna happen there. So the little switch thing is gonna go like that, and then that's gonna disappear, and it's gonna be all flat right there. So everything's clearance. We're about to mix up some glass. So once he's got that, then we're gonna take this all out, and then we're gonna sand up the plastic. Aaron has explained there's a lot of grease and oil that's in the plastic from the factory, so our resin and fiberglass won't stick to it. So we'll end up sanding it, degreasing it, and then we're gonna start getting this all molded in and shaped. Aaron's mixing up the sauce. We got about 4 ounces. If you guys ever use this stuff, it's not that hard. It's 10 drops of hardener, I think it's called, to 1 ounce. The only thing is you always get like these fuzzies all over your shop afterwards. You're chasing them for weeks on end afterwards.
Oh, the little hairs are better.
The little hairs? I just know that these things, especially with the fans running in the summer, like these blow all over the place.
2 hours later.
So it's taking a while for it to actually cure up, but Aaron was just explaining, or do you want to explain? He said that you want to take it off while it's still a little bit tacky, just so he can actually get the tape and his template off, or mold, whatever we're calling this.
Yeah. Because you don't want the cardboard and stuff sticking to it too much.
It looks very soft, but
It is, but it will apply back into shape very, very, very easily.
dang, son.
That didn't quite turn like I thought it would.
Okay, so this is curing up. We're gonna leave it overnight. Somehow, you guys, you're gonna laugh. I completely lost track of time. So Aaron just went home. It's nighttime out, and I don't know why, but I've just been in such a daze working on everything that I completely lost track of the calendar. I did not know that I have to leave for Mo Party in like a day. Sounds crazy, but just with everything going on, lack of sleep, working on all these projects, I completely somehow lost track of the calendar. I have to leave in like a day. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to finish this because I wanted to tackle a bunch of things, and for some reason in my mind, I truly honest thought that I had an extra week, but I don't. I have to leave in like a day. So Aaron's gonna come back in the morning. We're gonna see if we can get these somewhat established. They're not gonna be like all the way done to like the finished final product because they're gonna take quite a bit of time, but we're hoping that we can at least get them glassed back in, get them somewhat smoothed, and then be able to paint them at least so they're presentable and I have the proper switches in the doors rather than having these ones. And I've been messing with all kinds of things. I had to fix my lawnmower, and I'm just, you know, over here moseying around like I have an extra week, but I really don't. So it's crunch time. I have right now a day. So just so you guys know, it is Saturday night. Mo Party is next weekend. I have a day to button up anything I want to do on this, get the door panels done. I've got brand new brakes and everything and pads for the Ram. And I'm going to try to leave either Monday at the end of the day or probably more than likely Tuesday, like really, really early in the morning. So I have, you know, a day, day and a half, call it 2 days, whatever you want, to get everything done, which is crazy. But I mean, this thing is pretty much ready to go. It was just, I was messing around with some small details because I thought I had time, but turns out I don't. So I don't know how much we'll work on this because I do have to get some stuff done on the Ram, but we got a lot of stuff on the way, and we'll see what happens in the morning, see how much we can get done tomorrow, and assess from there. So, yeah, we'll see you guys in my morning. Don't know when you guys are watching this. All right, boys, getting crazy up in here. So we've got the driver's side door panel all cut out. Aaron's got the glass going, and then this one's really starting to take shape. So just glass on glass on glass on glass. And then this is gonna flow through here like you saw the Hellcat panel over there. In addition to that, I told you guys I was gonna put new wiper blades on, nothing too exciting, but got brand new wiper blades on there so those don't look all crusty. This window trim here, we just took it off because it was kind of like really sun-baked, so we took it off. We're gonna try some texture on it, see if it looks decent. If not, I might re-sand them and try to put something smooth on. Found the little buttons that I was missing for here at the junkyard last day we went. So this is all on officially. And all kinds of little things, you guys. So the other thing too is a lot of people were complaining and whining.
John, your hood latch, it's so rusty. What are you doing? You repainted the whole truck and your hood latch is rusty.
So I painted that just to get rid of the crybabies. And I have a Delta Force from Flowmaster sock. You guys saw us put one on the Hell Ram. I'm gonna put it on this because if you guys do or don't know, like this vent is right over top. So it's able to pull cool air, but if it ever rains and stuff, that way you have that sock on there, it like wicks the water and stuff like that. So let's throw that on real quick. It'll take 2 seconds and that'll be done. This is the pre-filter wrap. Wash my hands inside. See how the water just comes right off? So we're gonna go ahead, throw this on here, and it'll help to keep our filter dry. It's pretty simple. Literally just throw it over top. They make all different sizes. This is the correct size for our filter. Okay, and just like that, she's on, and that is out of the way. Okay, so Aaron's over here working his glass magic. That's the driver's door and the progress there. Here's the passenger door. Me and him were talking and thinking that it might not make it for this show, but at least we're making progress, because in order for them to be like presentable, we're gonna have to work these quite a bit with, do a lot of sanding and all that kind of stuff, and I don't know if we're gonna have time. But I did get these cleaned up. We tried doing a textured finish and it looked kind of funny, so I sanded them back down, and then I ended up just painting them with some sandable primer, and I was about to put another layer on them, but they look pretty good in this kind of flat black, even though it's just primer. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop them back on. We have 5 million things to do, so these look way better than they did before, at least. So we'll see how long this sandable primer lasts on them before I need to do something with them again, but they're only a few screws to pop on and off, so deal with them later. But I'm gonna throw these back on the truck. Okay guys, so Aaron took off. Thanks again to Aaron for helping us out with this stuff. So I got the painted hood latch on there. It looks pretty good. If I had more time, I wanted to actually paint this, because we never painted the radiator support. We painted our inner fenders and our fenders and all that stuff, but we never painted this. And I have some leftover paint that Aaron brought over that I wanted to do this, but again, really crunch for time. But I am super happy with how these guys came out. So these are looking fresh as ever. There's that one, and then on the other side, looks like brand new. So really happy with how that came out. As far as the door panels, I ended up putting the ones back in that we had trimmed before. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to make it happen for the other door panels, you guys, because they're gonna need a ton of work. Me and Aaron decided we were really trying to see if we could make these work, but we're gonna have to really start blending them and do a lot of body work on these to get them to any sort of presentable format. So we're trying to like come through here and smooth this and all kinds of stuff. So it's gonna be quite a few stages of glass, sanding, probably some Bondo, and just smoothing and working these to get these to be something that looks half decent. And then even after that, we have to either sand the entire door panel, like since it's got this textured look, sand it and paint it, or try to put something here or cover it or all sorts of stuff. So I think for now, the ones that we have on there are gonna look the best in the meantime, but truck still looks amazing. Like, it's not taken away from anything, but it's just, I wanted to have those switch panels in there, but like I said, it's not gonna look good anytime soon. So I do, however, if you guys notice right here, we will be doing the Burnout Contest at Mow Party with the Dakota. I still have to try to figure out what tires I'm gonna try to shred, because these ones are super sticky and I don't think we want to shred these. I've got some options over there, but from last year's Burnout, I still have those tires, but I think they would explode after like 5 seconds. They're already like delaminating from last year's Burnout. You can see just chunks out of these no-name tires. I've got these ones, but these don't look any better. They are just dry rotted to heck. If I had one more of these, I probably would have sent it, but these are two mismatched tires, and this one is like got nothing on it. Only other option I would have is to burn up some Hoosiers, but I don't think we want to do that, and it might just launch this thing because those are super sticky. But I do have a Simpson helmet. So the boys over at Simpson sent me a brand new helmet. I have not opened it. It's still taped up. I wanted to save my reaction because it is going to be a badass helmet. But I wanted to open it on camera just so you guys can see my reaction, because this helmet is going to be badass. And I'm gonna try and do some autocross and different stuff at the event, because last year I kind of just sat around and the truck was on display, and this year I want to do some fun stuff. So I got two trucks, so either way I'm getting out there and just playing with some of this stuff and having some fun. So probably gonna do some autocross, so I'm gonna need the helmet and also for the Burnout Contest. So let's open this thing up. So thanks again to the boys at Simpson. I'll link this helmet down below if you guys are interested in it. This thing is going to be spicy, guys. So box in a box. In pretty cool packaging here. I had some options on which one I wanted to go with. Hopefully I made the right choice. I think I did. It's got a sweet bag. Not only that, but it's got the regular bag too. Oh. Check this out, you guys. If that isn't one spicy unit. All carbon fiber. This thing looks crazy, you guys. This thing is sick. Look at that. I cannot wait. So we are going to be ripping in this thing with the helmet. It's going to be a good look. It's going to be a good look. Hell yeah, brother. Let's go. Okay, last little thing for the Dakota. You might be wondering, what the heck is this and why didn't Aaron overspray on it? No, Aaron did not overspray this. This was actually in my trailer. I had to go looking for it. This goes behind the passenger rear wheel, and from previous owner stuff, I guess there's some sort of blue overspray on it. So Aaron did a really good job of the fender liners. I guess you can call them fender liners. They don't really come out too much, but he ended up spraying like a nice black texture on it and made them look all clean again. So I'm just gonna scuff this up and then spray some black texture on this, and then this can go in here as well. So I'm gonna tuck that back in and put it in, and I still have the hardware and all the move and all that stuff. Somehow I managed to still retain the hardware. I also found a bag of goodies, Dakota parts, and what's in here as well. I was looking for these everywhere and I couldn't find them, but I happen to have them. So these little caps go over top of the windshield wiper bolts. So I was almost ready to go to the junkyard and find more, but these go right here. So I'm gonna clean them up a little bit and pop these on as well. Okay, so nothing too crazy. I just kind of scuffed it up a little bit, used some wax and grease remover, and then we're gonna spray it with this stuff, satin black chip guard, and it comes out with a nice OEM kind of texture look. All right, not much to it. It's gonna be black. It's gonna have some nice texture, and then we can reinstall it. So pretty cool product that Aaron showed us, and he actually gave me that can. So thanks to Aaron. But that's the stuff, and once this dries, she'll be ready to go back on. All right, boys, so she's looking pretty good. I just gotta pretty much clean this thing, and she's just about ready to go. So I ended up getting those little buttons on there, nothing too exciting. All the clips are finally holding this thing on. We've got new wipers, we cleaned this up, we got our door panels back on, we got the fender flares on. I got that panel back in there, so that's all in there, and all there is left to do is go to Moparty. So she's all good to go. And I will probably tomorrow, it's not like anything major, but I'm probably gonna try to get some stickers back on this thing. So probably try to get Hellkota back on the door. Might try to follow a similar theme. Last time, if you guys remember, we had black Hellkota emblems all over this thing. I think I might go with silver, just to kind of break up the black and blue look a little bit. Kind of, well, pretty much the same theme as here. So we got silver here, silver there, and kind of have some silver stickers on the back window from our sponsors. And I'm thinking I'm gonna do the same thing. So I'd probably do Hellkota, and then on the back do the 6.2 SRT thing, and probably go from there. I don't think I'm gonna like cheese this thing out with Hellkota, or sorry, Hellcat emblems on it or anything like that. I'll probably just put like 6.2 liter on the back tailgate. Kind of try to keep it as clean as possible, and just throw Hellkota on the door where it normally says Dakota. So in the same font, of course. So that's about it, you guys. If you guys are interested in this helmet, I'll link it down below because this thing is badass. You guys are gonna see me wearing it at Mo Party, so hopefully you guys can come and make it out there. I'm gonna be documenting the whole adventure there, but I still have another video for you guys showing the prep of the Ram, and then we're also gonna be picking up the trailer. As of today, right now, I'm picking up the trailer tomorrow to be able to tow this with the Hellcat Ram all the way to Mo Party. It's gonna be crazy, you guys. Give this video a thumbs up if you guys are enjoying this content, and make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll catch you guys on the next video.